So I thought I'd do this story time about the worst teacher I ever had. When I was in 6th grade, we had this class that they couldn't seem to find a teacher to teach. We went through like a bunch of substitute teachers, but it took us a while to get our main teacher. The teacher they sent to us was actually my brother's teacher, and he had told me about how like the students had mistreated this teacher. One guy threw a basketball at her, for instance, and so when she came to our class, I'm not gonna lie, our class was terrible, and they pretty much mistreated her as well. I remember one day a student jumped out of his seat and kicked her in the back, leaving a dusty footprint on the suit that she had on. So I really felt bad for this teacher, and I would be telling my mother like, man, I feel bad for this woman, the way they're treating her and stuff. And I'm only in 6th grade, so I mean, it's like I didn't know what to do about the situation, but I thought, man, I would try to bond with this teacher. So like she would get off her bus like right by my house, and so I began carrying her books for her. I would carry her books all the way to the door of the school. And so I'm thinking like I'm bonding with this teacher, and I'm thinking like, she's starting to like me and stuff. So one day I got out of school and I saw her like walking ahead of me, and she walks to my porch and she walks up my stairs and knocks on my door, and my mother lets her in, which is really weird because my mother doesn't usually let people into our house like that. So I see this from afar, so I'm walking towards my house wondering like what's going on, and in my mind I'm thinking, she's telling my mother how helpful I am. I've been helping her with her book, carry her books and stuff like that. So when I get to the apartment, the teacher is leaving and she looks at me really weird. And so I go in and my mother starts telling me how she's saying like I harass her, I talk back, I'm a horrible student, not great, not education wise, but just like talking back and stuff. And I'm like, wow, like my mouth just fell open. And my mother was like, well, I don't believe her. And my mother was right not to believe her because none of that was true. I was trying to actually be nice to this woman, and I had already told my mother like I felt bad for her and stuff like that. So later on, when I don't really hold anything against her, I just think about it like from time to time because that really hurt my feelings at the time. But as I got older later on, I kind of realized that I sort of paid for the sins of all the other students. It's like she couldn't get them, and she saw an easy way to like get back at them through me, I guess, some type of way. And so that's what she did. I was the only person she could get to. It was like easy access. So like I said, I don't hold anything against the teacher, and I hope she, like when she left our school, so she didn't last that long, I hope she went on to like greater things. So if you could like and comment and tell me your story about the worst teacher you ever had, I would greatly appreciate it.